He was a man of routine. Every day, same park bench, same newspaper, same grumpy demeanor. The world was a cacophony he endured, not enjoyed. Then she arrived, with tiny sneakers squeaking, bright eyes shining, a joyous giggle that could melt glaciers. She was 3, maybe 4. He, 70 years her senior, he barely acknowledged her existence.
Hello.
She chirped, her voice like a songbird's. He grunted, turning a page, the rustle a wall against her innocent greeting. Undeterred, she pointed at a picture.
Doggy.
She exclaimed, her small hand reaching out, offering to share. He scoffed, muttering about bothersome kids these days. Her smile faltered, but her spirit, it seemed, would not be so easily extinguished. Days turned into weeks. The old man, set in his ways, continued his ritualistic park visits. And the little girl, her name was Lily, he learned from hearing the whispers of other park goers, continued her attempts to bridge the chasm of his indifference. Each day, she offered a piece of her world, a brightly colored drawing, a curious ladybug crawling on her finger, an invitation to join her in chasing pigeons.
Childish nonsense.
He couldn't understand what she wanted from him. Couldn't she see he preferred solitude, silence, the comfort of his predictable routine? He was a creature of habit, of a time when children knew their place, and that place was not bothering their elders. He was not a cruel man, not intentionally unkind, just forgotten how to engage with the world outside his own. One afternoon, a gust of wind snatched his newspaper, sending it sailing across the park. He watched, a flicker of annoyance crossing his face. It was then he saw her, Lily, chasing after the rogue paper, her tiny legs pumping furiously. She retrieved it, her face flushed, her triumph a beacon in the sunlight filtering through the trees.
Here you go, mister.
She announced, handing him the slightly crumpled paper. He stared at her, a knot loosening in his chest that he hadn't known was there.
Thank you.
He mumbled, the words rough with disuse. She beamed, her smile a radiant force of nature. It was then he noticed the cookie clutched in her other hand, half-eaten, evidence of a treat interrupted. She saw him looking and without a word broke the remaining half, offering him a piece. He looked from the cookie to her and for the first time really saw her. The cookie, a simple gesture, became a turning point. He found himself accepting her small gifts, her invitations to marvel at the mundane wonders of her world. He learned her name, Lily, a name that danced on his tongue like a forgotten melody. He learned about her imaginary friend, a purple dragon named Sparky, and the elaborate tea parties they hosted for squirrels.
You drive.
She insisted, placing her prized possession, a bright red toy car, in his hand. He hesitated, the weight of the toy heavier than it seemed.
It's okay. Sharing is caring.
She said, her voice filled with an understanding beyond her years. He looked at her, at the trust in her eyes, and knew he was being offered more than just a toy. He was being offered a chance to shed his gruff exterior, to embrace the simple joy of a shared moment. The days grew shorter, the air crisp with the promise of autumn. But you know, the old man felt a change within himself that had nothing to do with the changing seasons.
I found myself looking forward to Lily's arrival, my heart lighter, my steps sprightlier.
He had become, to his surprise, a regular attendee at Sparky's tea parties, his gruff voice now joining Lily's in fantastical tales.
One afternoon, as we sat on our bench, Lily carefully applying a pretend bandage to Sparky's wing, I had a revelation.
He realized that Lily, in her innocent wisdom, had shown him the transformative power of respect.
Respect for the small wonders of the world. Respect for the boundless imagination of a child, and most importantly, respect for the human connection, no matter how unlikely or unconventional it may seem.
The realization washed over him like a warm wave. He was no longer the same grumpy old man who had once dismissed the world from his park bench. He was different, changed by the simple yet profound lessons taught to him by a child. He began to notice things he hadn't before. the kindness of strangers, the beauty in everyday moments, the joy in simple interactions.
He started small, offering a smile to the tired barista, helping an elderly woman carry her groceries, engaging in conversations with his neighbors. He began to truly see the people around him, to acknowledge their presence, to offer them the basic human dignity of respect. And the world, in turn, seemed to respond in kind.
One day, Lily arrived at the park with a frown.
"What's wrong, little one?" he asked, his voice full of concern.
I can't reach the water fountain, she mumbled, her lower lip trembling.
He had always scoffed at the water fountain, a messy contraption frequented by pigeons. But now he saw it through Lily's eyes.
He swept her up in his arms, holding her steady as she took a long drink. As he placed her back on the ground, he noticed a discarded candy wrapper by her feet. Without a word, he picked it up and deposited it in a nearby trash can. "Litter is disrespectful to our park," he explained, surprised by the words coming out of his mouth.
Lily nodded solemnly, her eyes wide with understanding. We must respect everything, even the small things, she declared.
He smiled, his heart full. He had become a student in the school of respect, guided by the wisest teacher he had ever known. The park, once a place of isolation, became a haven of connection. The old man, once invisible, became a beloved fixture, known for his kind smile, his willingness to lend a hand, his endless supply of stories about Sparky the purple dragon. He learned the names of his neighbors, their stories, their joys and sorrows. He rediscovered the pleasure of human connection, the simple beauty of shared moments.
He realized that respect was not about age or status, but about acknowledging the inherent worth in every living being. It was about listening with an open heart, offering kindness without expectation, and treating others with the same dignity and compassion we all deserve. It was about recognizing that we are all connected, each thread woven into the intricate tapestry of humanity.
As winter approached, blanketing the park in a pristine layer of snow, the old man found himself dreading the day Lily might not come. But she did come, bundled in a puffy coat, her cheeks rosy from the cold. She had made him a drawing, a colorful depiction of their park bench adventures.
"Thank you, Lily," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "You have given me more than you know."
She smiled, her eyes shining brighter than the freshly fallen snow. We take care of each other, she declared, her small hand slipping into his.
And as they walked through the park, their breath mingling in the frosty air, he knew she was right. They had found something rare and precious, a bond built on mutual respect, a testament to the transformative power of human connection, no matter how unlikely or unexpected it may seem. As we reflect on this heartwarming journey, let us remember the power of respect and kindness. A simple act of understanding can transform lives. Let's carry this lesson forward and make the world a better place, one respectful gesture at a time. In our own lives, there are countless opportunities to make a difference, to be the bright eyes for someone else's grumpy soul. Whether it's a smile, a kind word, or a helping hand, each act of kindness ripples out, creating waves of positive change. So, as you go about your day, remember Lily and the old man. Remember that even the smallest actions can have the most profound impacts. Together, we can build a world where respect and kindness are the norm, not the exception. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this story inspiring, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's spread the message of respect and kindness far and wide. Until next time, take care, be kind, and remember, we take care of each other. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the message of respect and kindness.